Paul Cayard is Executive Director of US Olympic Sailing. Now, Paul, it's been tough times in the last 30 years for Olympic success. So some people might say this was a poison chalice. I assume that you took this role on because you see great opportunity.
For sure, there's opportunity, Andy. And I really took the role on because I was, part of the '84 team and won my Star Worlds in '88, and grew up in that generation and skippered our own America's Cup boats, and that's where I come from. And so I took the job on because I want to, I think what's going on in the Olympic arena and in other elements of the sport, I think we can do better. So I really I hope to make a difference, and for me that would be a great satisfaction.
So here you are in Nova Scotia watching the 49er FX and Nacra Worlds here live. What convinced you to come here to see it in person?
Well, I've been going around to various events. I was in Marseille for our training last month, and I came here because there's 3 Olympic events that are having the World Championship here, and we've got 34 athletes and about 10 coaches and 4 or 5 staff. So we've got a 50-person contingent here from Team USA, and we're putting a lot of energy and effort into moving up the ladder in all the classes, and I need to be here firsthand, so that's why I'm here.
These 3 classes in particular, USA seems to be showing good signs across the 49er, the 49er FX and the Nacra 17. Do you see good direction here?
Well, I've been pleasantly surprised, obviously, this year with the 49er success that the boys have had. We have at least 3 good teams. They did well in Princess Sophia and Yare, and that didn't go unnoticed, especially since we didn't even qualify the 49er class in Tokyo. So I'm very happy with the effort and the results there. And in the FX, we have some good competitors as well. And I think the Nacra, we have some work to do. But generally, we're moving up. And
since you were campaigning, I mean, you went in 2004 to Athens. Remind me, where did you finish in the star there?
5th.
So that was just the beginning of, the first 10 years of what we might call the professional era. And it seems since the beginning of the professional era, rather than the highly committed amateur Corinthian sailor, that's where US sailing started to lose its dominance. Would you agree with that? And what's changed?
Yeah, 100%, Andy. It's not so much that the USA has gone downhill. It's that the rest of the world got better processes, got more serious, and basically started to become professional sports franchises in the Olympic arena. And Great Britain is obviously the best example, but Australia has done well too, and Germany. A lot of countries have different ways they slice it, but they have very high impact on the classes they choose to get involved in. So, in a way, to say that the Americans athletes haven't done well isn't fair. It's we have great athletes in America, but we haven't supported them the way they deserve to be supported, and therefore, as the game changed, our athletes weren't able to compete on on their best footing. Let's just put it that way. So my whole goal is to garner more support for them, and at the same time put a better organization in place that will operate more efficiently and more effectively to provide them all the various types of support, from technology to sports science to coaching and logistics and everything that's required to succeed here.
Is that going to require a complete revolution in the way that US Olympic sailing is funded?
Yes. Basically, we were for the past 10 years or so, we hover around $3.5 to $4 million a year. I know the British are probably on 3 or 4 times that much. And, I've given many interviews on this, and it's not all about the money. The money is a very important piece of the puzzle. You can't live without it, but just because you have money doesn't mean you're going to win. You have to spend the money wisely. You have to devise a good system and processes. You have to build a great organization. I would say we're going to gain as much from money as we're going to gain from efficiency. We've sent too many athletes off to Kiel Week to compete and finish 47th and spend $15,000 doing it. That's a waste. That's inefficient. So another big project that I'm working on is building domestic strength in the United States of America and in North America. We're collaborating with the Canadians. We have a lot of Mexican athletes that come to we have a series sponsored by West Marine. We have 6 events in the United States. We just finished up the second year. And, that type of thing, building strength in domestically and getting the talent up to the right level to go compete in Kiel Week or Yara Princess Sophia, that's efficiency. So at the same time as I'm going to triple the budget, I'm going to hopefully gain more impact from the dollars that were maybe not being spent well.
Los Angeles 1984, USA gets 4 gold, 3 silver. Los Angeles 2028, what is a realistic target for medals? 10 events.
I would hope we would medal in half the events. That's what Great Britain did in Tokyo. I think that's the benchmark for quote unquote dominating the games nowadays. What happened in LA in '84 will never be repeated again by anybody because the whole landscape has just gotten a lot more competitive. But my goal is 5 medals in LA 2028.
So that is a very big goal. That's a big, hairy, outrageous goal. How much does it help you that it is going to be a home games? Is that what it's all about for you?
It's not all about that, but I mean, as you know from Weymouth in 2012, home game is a great opportunity. You raise a lot of awareness. It should help me with fundraising, sponsors, and there's no reason why the team shouldn't own Long Beach in terms of understanding the conditions, right? That's our home turf. So it's an opportunity not to be squandered. The fact that it's 6 years out kind of fits my timeline. I can't turn this ship around in 2 years. This is a 1,000-foot, cargo ship that we're trying to turn around. So it's going to take a little bit of time. But that timeline, 6 years, fits pretty well. And, if we don't get the 5 medals, I think we'll be damn close. And we'll have put the important pieces in place.
The other big difference is that there are only 2 women competing at the 1984 games. This time round, 50% of the athletes are going to be women. How much has that changed the landscape and your challenge?
Well, it's definitely changed the landscape, and I think it's great for the sport. It helps in a lot of ways. I enjoy the dynamics of having the women around on the team, and we have great female athletes. So. It's great. I think '88 was the first time they actually had a female class of boat. It was the women's 470, and actually the United States of America won gold that year in Korea.
Yeah. Paul, thank you very much. Great to hear how ambitious your goals and targets are. Thanks for talking and all the best with the challenge ahead of you.
Thanks, Andy. I need it.